Over here.
Hey there, I'm Toph Let. I'm taking a little bit of time out of my trip with the Avatar to teach you guys how to cook. Word on the street is you're not too handy in the kitchen, and as my friend Sokka has told me, there's few things as important as a good meal. So today, we're going to make some awesome earth-bending brownies that'll bury you in a landslide of taste. So today we're not making any crappy Fire Nation brownies. We're making these from scratch, like an earthbender should. So, to make Toph's super earth-bending brownies with a landslide of taste, you're going to need a few ingredients. Now, all these ingredients can be found at the bottom, but I'm going to list them out here for you. You're going to need half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of water, 1.5 cups or maybe a little bit more of some chocolate chips, 2 big chicken eggs, 2/3 of a cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, a half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and then some coconut. You don't need very much of this, sort of how much you want on there. And I'm adding walnuts for a little bit of earthbendery flavor, but you can skip the walnuts if you're allergic, don't die. I also have some icing here and some cooking spray. Now would be a good time.
It's over here.
Now would be a good time to get your oven preheating. Set it to 325. If you're younger, you should probably get an adult, and if you're blind, get someone who can tell what 325 is on the display. While that's heating up, we're going to take a pan over medium heat, and we're going to combine our sugar, water, and butter until it's at a boiling temperature.
That's flour.
Fire Nation butter. So I actually learned this recipe from some badger moles that I met once. They also say that this is one of the Earth King's favorite foods, but I highly doubt he eats food at all. At least food that's prepared by people. I think the Daily probably takes care of that. Aang's going to be really mad I made brownies because he won't eat pig chicken eggs. Twinkle Toes is kind of not any fun. So we got it boiling right here, and then we're going to turn our heat off. This is boiling, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to add in some chocolate chips, and then they're going to melt into what feels like a giant sticky mess. A really giant sticky mess. Your parents are going to love you. Your roommate will love you. The other members of your Avatar team will super love you. So now we have a chocolate mixture that looks good and earthy. Always do a healthy coating of earth. And we're going to mix in 2 of the pig chicken eggs and some vanilla extract. So let's start with the eggs. Pig chickens are really annoying creatures. I could really do without them throughout most of the journey. Their eggs, though, I'm pretty fond of. Aang, not so much. There's eggs mixed into our earthy mixture. Lovely mud noises. And then we're going to add in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you were in the Fire Nation, you'd probably add in cinnamon or something crappy, but we're not. So Stir that all in. Now that we got a nice swampy muck going over here, get rid of these. We're going to combine our 2/3 of a cup of flour. Which one's this?
Baking soda.
Baking soda. Quarter teaspoon of some baking soda. And a half, this has got to be a half, teaspoon of salt. Don't know why salt works, but it does. Combine that. And we're going to add it in to our previous muck mixture. Then stir it all together. And don't be skimping on stirring. You gotta face stirring head on. You gotta face it down like a boulder. Fought a guy named Boulder once. He was annoying. Really, really, really annoying.
You're making a mess.
Am I?
Yes.
That's nice.
You might have to add more flour. It's half on the stove.
Really? I was starting to feel something on my feet, but you know, I really wasn't sure. So the producers insisted that I added more flour since I seem to have gotten it everywhere else. Do this at someone else's house, not your house. If you're visiting someone in like Boston, say, or someplace, you should definitely try it at their house. If you go to visit the Fire Lord, his house. Yeah. So then you're gonna stir up your brownie mixture. Make sure you get all your flour in there. Is that stirred yet?
It's stirred.
It's stirred?
Yeah.
Okay.
You lost more flour.
I give up. You know, flour is one of those Fire Nation things. I'm gonna put this in a bowl. Get in the bowl. This would be easier with a water bender. This is kind of liquidy. I think this would be their realm. Unless there was a brownie bender. Yeah, I definitely want to meet a brownie bender. Still all sticky. At this point, if you need to shut up someone like Sokka, or you know, whoever annoys the crap out of you, you hand him one of these. We're going to ignore that. For now, we're going to add some walnuts to our mixture to give it a little bit of earthy texture. Walnuts. Stir them up. Now that I'm done
It's over here.
Now that I'm done trying to attempt flour bending, we're going to grease our baking sheet, cooking pan, 8 by 8. I hit it, right?
And the counter.
That's nice. Keep moving. So, brownie sludge, cooking pan. Try and keep it even and not on the counter. I don't know if I remember brownies being this sludgy. After you get everything all in the pan, you want to spread it evenly and it should look nice like this. I'm going to add in some more walnuts. They're like little mini rocks. Mini rocks. It makes me happy. Yeah! Yeah, Earth. And then we're gonna add in some coconut. Because it makes me happy too. I don't know what that's supposed to look like, but I'm assuming.
You missed a corner.
Fair? Does that look good? Alright.
Looks great.
So now we're gonna put it in our oven. With oven mitts on. you're going to bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah, like that. Our brownies should finally be done cooking, so let's check them. Make sure to use oven mitts. You don't want to end up looking like Zuko. And don't put your pan directly on your counter. It's bad for it. You gotta be nice to this nice piece of rock here. To make sure it's done, I'm gonna stick in a toothpick. And that's clean, right?
It's clean.
That means they're done. These took a little bit longer than the 25 minutes I originally told you, so adjust your time accordingly. Now we're gonna let them cool in the pan. But while they're cooling, I'm gonna add some icing. I'm gonna draw a picture for you guys. Do you want to get close so you can see me drawing? So there you go. I drew a picture of Appa right there for him. Now they're brownies.
Over here.
Okay. Now their brownies have cooled down. They look a little like this. And I'm going to cut them up into squares. Yeah, squares. I don't really know what a square is, but they told me to cut them into squares. So they look like that now. So now we've got fun little square brownies. Mostly square, I think. It's a square. I'm actually not bad at this. Yeah. Toph. Brownie bender. Now that you've all been buried in a landslide of taste, it's time for me to go back to helping Aang defeat the Fire Lord. But you guys should stick around for Otaku Cooking next time, featuring a whole new guest star.